So I'm going to show you how I would take this one and just improve it, or rather give more character, more surfacing, more details. So what I do is this. You know, even you don't really need even this much. I would just reduce it even further by just go to the left side and delete all row of bricks. Go to the right side, delete all, because this much is sufficient, because you know this pattern is repeating. See, it repeats. So you just need one small area. Alright, so here's my small area. And why I like a small area is it allows me to concentrate a lot of work on this, make this as awesome as possible, and then I can repeat it. Okay, so this like two paneling is perfect for this sort of stuff. Now what kind of repeating am I talking about? Now if this were industrially perfect, I could just leave it at this. In fact, let's do some cleanup also. See, there are some extra faces on the sides, get rid of it. So you spend a little bit of time to clean that up first. And let's say I'm done with that. Let's say I'm done with that. Okay, now I can start doing the work. So if this were industrially perfect, I would leave it at this. But let's say it's not, which is why I wanted you guys to make a more organic look, more rougher textured feel. So that lends to more modeling possibilities. So what I do is this. Well, many options. I might take one and just increase it, make this a little thicker. I'll take another one and shift its pivot to one side and maybe turn it not that much. For now I'm going to turn off snap. So just and increase the size of this, so you can just make it the slightest change like this. When this matters is that when you render, the light will catch it slightly differently. That's what makes it very interesting to look at. And you can do it on multiples. You can actually select like every others, like just like actually something like this, and do all this together. So now you also could have an idea of why I chose as the smallest possible area for this. So when light catches differently is where it actually makes it look interesting. Okay, so that's one thing I can do. Here's another thing I can do. I would let's run an edge loop across. Actually, see, it won't run across. Actually that's fine. So now you can you just create an edge loop on specific areas and improve it. So it has a more organic feel. This is all aesthetic, like, you know, there's a like that would be bad, might be bad, you know, this would be bad. So you have to find the right method. So I might just bend this a little this way, put another edge loop like this. See, across like this it runs through, because these polygons are actually broken in the middle, which is why it won't run across this way, which is fine, because all you want are things you can control, right? See, go like this. So you can start making some really interesting patterns here. So you can make it feel nice and old. And you can do it together, and then kind of break it up. And you can spend some time on this, which is why I chose a small area here. And you can do even interesting things like these. Now this is a hard surface, so you can allow for certain kinds of triangles to form, and it shouldn't be a problem at all. So if you want, say for example, a surface where people will stub their toes, you might do this. I kind of chipped it. That's what happened. See? We'll leave it like that. So no triangles still. And I'll pull it inwards. So this is completely up to you how you can start working this. See? So I spent like about 5 minutes on this. Imagine 1 hour. This will turn into a work of art. And when you're done, you'll have this incredible piece of sculpture that you can then simply duplicate. Oops, not like that. Select, Control D, and keep paneling it. And so on. In fact, so here's a tip. You could even make not one, but two. Like one, and then you work that separately and work this differently. So you have two sets that can be then mixed and matched to create this wonderful structuring.